Welcome back. This is Chapter 4, The Enemy, written by Per S. Back. And now I'm going to explain page number 41st to you. So here we go. It is very unfortunate that this man should have washed up on your doorstep, he said irritably. I feel it so myself, Sadao said gently. So here, this line say, or that the general with irritation remarked it as an unfortunate even that the enemy was washed up on his doorstep. Sadao reacted instantly saying or that he thought it the same way. Second para. It would be best if he could be quietly killed, the general said. Not by you, but by someone who does not know him. I have my own private assassins. Suppose I send two of them to your house tonight, or better, any night. You need know nothing about it. It is now warm. What would be more natural than that you should leave the outer partition of the white man's room open to the garden while he sleeps. Okay, so here this line say that the general, in his opinion, suggested that the enemy should be quietly eliminated by some unknown element. Or then he offered to send two of his assassins, either on that night or any other night of which he need not know. And since it was summer, it was very natural to leave the outer partition of his room open while he lay asleep. Certainly, it would be very natural, Sadao agreed. In fact, it is so left open every night. Good, the general said, yawning. They are very capable assassins. They make no noise, and they know the trick of inward bleeding. If you like, I can even have them remove the body. Sadao considered that perhaps would be best, Excellency. He agreed, thinking of Hannah. So here this line say that Sadao readily agreed upon the idea and informed that it was in fact left open always at night. The general expressed his joy and then again informed him that the assassins were very capable force, accomplishing their work silently and armed with the knowledge of inflicting inward bleeding. Sadao even wished if the body could be removed by them. Thinking of Hannah, he consented upon getting the body removed too. He left the general's presence then and went home, thinking over the plan. In this way, the whole thing would be taken out of his hands. He would tell Hannah nothing, since she would be timid at the idea of assassins in the house, and yet, certainly such persons were essential in an absolute state such as Japan was. How else could rulers deal with those who oppose them? So here this line say that Sadao left the palace thinking over the entire plan and then realized its advantage for him as there was zero involvement of him. He then decided not to disclose anything of the plan because that would terrorize his wife Hannah. But at the same time, he endorsed the idea of having assassins to oppressed opponents in Japan an absolute state then. The next para. He refused to allow anything but reason to be the atmosphere of his mind as he went into the room where the American was in bed. But as he opened the door, to his surprise, he found the young man out of bed and preparing to go into the garden. So here, this line say that now Sadao made his mind up to be practical and not sentimental as he went into the room of the American. There he found him getting ready to go out to the garden when the door was open. The next para. "What is this?" he exclaimed. "Who gave you permission to leave your room?" "I'm not used to waiting for permission," Tom said gaily. "Gosh, I feel pretty good again. But will the muscles on the side always feel stiff?" "Is it so?" Sadao inquired, surprised. "He forgot all else. Now I thought I had provided against that," he murmured. He lifted the edge of the man's shirt and gazed at the healing scar. "Massage may do it," he said, "if exercise does not." So here, this line say that Sadao shouted at the American and asked as who allowed him to leave his room. American replied cheerfully that he had never learned to wait for permission. He was delighted over his good health, but complained stiffness of muscle. Sadao looked surprised and said he had been given every kind of medicine necessary. Examining the heel, that is a healing wound, he prescribed massage if exercise failed. So this is all for now. Thank you.